It's time. It's time for Trails to from Zero and to Azure. I've beaten both of those games, and I very much enjoyed the crossbow arc. And I know that there's a little bit more of the crossbow arc at the end of Cold Steel. Pardon me. My voice is dying. I actually have just gone through all of your comments. If you are a usual Trails viewer and you've been with me either through the entirety of the Trails, like from Zero and 2 Cold Steel, I'm sorry, from Zero to Azure playthrough, I read your comments from the finale at the end of this episode. It has been a journey rather, but if you're not and you're just here for the tier list, I'm starting off with it. I meant to start off with it, and then I didn't, so that's at the end of the episode. So now I'm restarting the episode, and it's gonna be like you'll be fine. We're gonna get through it right now. Here, Lloyd, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Let me just. These are my babies, dude. That's my homies. That's my, in fact, duh. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They just all have to go there. And she's an official. She's a member of the SSS. I will now rank the SSS. All of these characters have a very important place in my heart. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. They're my babies. I love them so much. Like, for real, for real. This gang, they're real. They're real. If I had to rank them, Wazzy is high. I'm gonna put Lloyd first, because he's an idiot. Ellie's gonna be a little bit further down. Noelle, I gotta put her up there. Y'all know I love Noelle for some reason. I love her. She's great. Tio and Randy have to stay next to each other because I think they're the best duo in the game. You are there. Kia, man, Kia's adorable, but I'm gonna leave her after the actual like members of the SSS. Like, I could put her over here or over here next to Lloyd. That's probably where she wants to be. I'm gonna put her there. Zayt, he's a good boy. I was gonna say I like the Chief more than I do. He took a bullet for us. In fact, I'm okay with that. Fran, you can stay at the bottom here, but I am putting you on the official member of the SSS tier. Because I think you deserve to be. For real, for real. And that is easy. That's just an easy tier. Let's actually put an S tier. Add row above. S. So we can have an actual S tier. So here's the problem. I like the characters in this game a lot. So I have a feeling that a lot of them, this is going to be skewed very high. And we'll see how it plays out. So, Dudley. Hey, I think he's fine. I mean, he was kind of tough on us at the beginning, but we needed that as the SSS. Don't need to second guess one of your requests. Because we're crossbows best, it's true. Risha, love her. She's great. I love her arcs. She was fantastic. She had fun conversations with Lloyd. I think she had a fantastic. She low-key is almost in the SSS scene. She's probably going to be at the top of S. I lied. It's you. I love Ilya. I actually think I like Risha more than I like Ilya. I'm comfortable saying that too. Soldier. I think Soldier is gonna go A. Above Dudley. There's a couple of reasons for this. I think her hat gives you evasion. But also she really comes into her own towards the end of the game. During Azure. And I'm like, oh wow, huh, that's nice. You can tell how much the Arc Seal means to her, by the end of it. My boy. Where do I put you? I don't know. I think I'm not gonna put you in B. You have a hard job keeping him in charge. I'm actually willing to put you at the top of A. Yeah, ugh. Abyss, where am I putting you? I don't do. Okay, let me take a. Let me stop. Let me really like think about this. Abyss, do I like Abyss more than I like Dudley? By the end of the game, I don't think so. I think you're still number one. I think you are I think he's up here, and I think you are above him, so I think that's it. Vald, man, Vald, you made some big dummy decisions. You were always a headache. I'm gonna put you in C for right now, Vald. I'm gonna put you in C for right now. That being said, I am very interested to see what you do in the future. Because you were with Wazi and a boss, I think at the very, Abyss rather, at the end of Trails to Azure. You're doing those like final little like still images. And Lloyd's epilogue. I feel like you were in, not your normal gear, but you were in like Gralsritter gear. Certainly you didn't, that's crazy. I am actually gonna put my mans here in S. I'm gonna put Arios in S, and here's why. I liked his dungeon a lot. Oh no, I'm putting him in A. He might be the top of A. He's going in A for right now. I like Arios a lot. This is a man who has been grieving for a long, long time. It's a man who was grieving at the start when Shizuku lost her sight and he lost his wife. He was grieving still when when Guy died in his arms. I was about to say when he killed Guy. That didn't happen. And he just felt such immense guilt this entire time, and that hurts me. But he goes down here, so suck it, no dork. I was about to say nerd, but I was like, he's not a nerd. He's definitely a dork though. Bales. I have to put her up here. For one reason and one reason alone. She, I think, was maybe not my only incorrect person who I had on the list of the Otno. The Otno, for those who are joining me for the first time for this tier list, is the organization that's not Ouroboros. We had a whole cork board. It was a fantastic time. She, I think, maybe there was one other person, because I think I might have had Chief on there at some point as well. She was, I think, either one of like 2 or 3 that I had on the Otno list, who was not a member of the Otno at all. I cannot be more apologetic, Bales. That's my bad. Mireille, I like her. I don't think she's like super duper special. I would love to put her just right next to Randy, but like, I think I might just put her in this mix. How do I feel about her above a boss? Above Dudley? Ooh, Soldier. I think they're actually right around each other. Estelle and Joshua, they saved our lives. Because without them, in another timeline, we died. So, in this game though, let me talk to you. In this game, I don't know if they were like super duper great. We didn't really see them at all in Azure until the very end. I think they're great parents. But this also was not their game. If you talk to me in Trails, and we did Trails for the first 3 series of Trails, the first, the second, and the third, I'm pretty sure they were in S. I think I put them in super duper S. I love Estelle. I feel like Estelle didn't have her same like spunk as she did in like the first trio of games. Joshua came into his own. I think I actually might have liked Joshua a little bit more than I liked Estelle. I think he fed more into the plot because he had like similar like things here. It's like, oh, I kind of relate to Randy, X, Y, and Z, this, Y, and that. I'm gonna put them in B. I feel like they might need to go in A. I feel bad about putting them in B, and they might be at the end of A. But once again, this was not their game. They were here for one reason and one reason alone, to find Ren, but we'll get to her. Yeah, actually, I'm putting her up here too. She's in the SSS. No, she's not. Lloyd would have my head, but she is up here. She was above my head for the entirety of the game series, for real. I gotta put Grace up here. That's my girl. I'm a little mixed about him. I do think it was very neat that he is in this thing. I hate that he killed Guy, but I get his motivations. I do wish that there were a couple more clues about his motivation spaced throughout the game. I'm definitely gonna put him lower than these two. I didn't hate him as a villain, but there are villains that I like way more than him that will be above him. He's above Vald. I'm gonna put him in B. They probably will move up to A. Jonah, man, you sack of trash. But by the end, he was okay, so I'm gonna put him above Grizz. McDowell, so McDowell has been like a couple. I like him. He goes in A. Bottom of A. In fact, he actually probably should be here, and I am just gonna go ahead and do this now. This is Ernest. D. C. I don't know how long he was under the implications of Gnosis. Is my problem. Because it turned him into a real fiend, a real bad guy. We got a little taste of what he was really like while we were in jail, I think. So I kind of want to put him up here because like the real Ernest is not a bad guy. This guy, I'm putting him down here for I know his face. I'll need to remember who he is. Because right now I don't. Wait, is he, crap, what is that dude's name? He's the guy who owns the place where we had the auction. Fudge. What is his name? Not Rockwell, that's the president, I think, of Calvar. Rockwell, Rocksmith, something. I don't remember, but he also is kind of whatever, so he's in B. I love Dieter. I think Dieter is my favorite villain in this game. No, he is my favorite villain in this game. He is up here. I'm actually going to put him above Grace, and you know what that means for me. I love Dieter because, like, the speech that he gave us at the beginning of the game stuck with me. I went through a lot of the game hoping that he was not a villain, but by the end of it, by, like, Azure, I was like, oh, he's got to be a part of this somehow. By the start of Azure, or not the start of Azure, I think I had him like halfway through Azure that he had to be a part of all. I don't even think so. I think it might have been before the halfway point that I put him like on the list of potentials. Dang. It's just, Dieter was, I think Dieter was very well written, Raggy. Well written. That justice speech really stuck with me, and it's terrible because like, if you are a strong like watcher of several things in this channel, if you've seen like the Trails, maybe not Trails. I don't know if I mentioned like, did somebody say Justice? The Fire Emblem Fates series. Kind of sparked this whole like, did somebody say Justice? Every time someone says Justice, we kind of do that on the thing. So I was like, he's also Mr. Justice. You know what I mean? So I like Dieter Croy a lot. His speech stuck with me, and then I had to sit there and say he's gonna be a bad guy. But how bad was he is the real thing. Not so much. He really was doing what he was doing for the sake of what he found to be justice in his own eyes. We had a battle to see whose justice was right, and then he got betrayed and backstabbed by his own daughter and the rest of his team. I love Dieter. In fact, if we can pardon somebody from their crimes, it's going to be Dieter. I think he's still actually a genuinely good guy. I just think he needs to sit down and really rethink about justice, you know what I mean? Don Marconi is definitely C, but my boy... he's up here. He's an S tier. This is my dude. Where is he at? I'm gonna put him down here because I think I like him less than all of these characters, but he definitely gets a spot in S tier. That's my boy. What was his nickname? Was he the Killing Bear or something? That's my boy, dude. That's my boy. Anywho, Cal. Here's the thing. I expected to fight him the entire time. And there may be a world where, oh my gosh, there really might be a world at the end of this Cold Steel game where we will have to fight him. Oh my. Because at the end of this, we become kind of invaded by Erebonia. Oh my gosh. And he is very Calvardian. We may really have to fight him. For right now, though, I think I'm going to put him close to the bottom of B. I do like him more than you, and I think I like him more than you as well. Ooh. Yeah, I like him more than you. I don't like him more than Henry McDowell. That's my boy. Rin, you can be over here with your parents. I like this whole family. They should stick together. In fact, you go between them two. That's your mama and daddy. Kilika. Now, Kilika is, and I'm probably going to put these two together. And I will probably put Letcher a little bit higher. They don't go in C, I'm just moving them off the list. I feel like there's a little bit of bias because I've met the both of them before, and I really liked the both of them before from their time in Trails, the third and the second and the first. Kilika we saw in all three games. Letcher I think we just saw in the third, if I'm remembering correctly. Via some doors, but I like them. They didn't have like a major role in this game, but I do think we will start to see like them, or maybe we might not even, we'll probably see Kilika at some point during the, maybe not. Actually, a Calvardian spy in Erebonia sounds like a death sentence. But we will definitely see a whole lot of Letcher, so keep that in mind. I don't know. I'm gonna keep them there for right now. I think they're below the Bright family, but they're above these guys. So. And I love them. I like their interactions. I like the little catch-up sessions, but I think they're just gonna go there for right now. This is the family. Oh my gosh. Colin, I know your name, don't worry. And I know they're the Hayworths. I just can't remember their first names for the life of me. Harold Hayworth and Sophia? Sophia? She's the least important. She actually will probably stay in C. This is my boy, though. He doesn't deserve to be an A for Lord. Well, he's actually a really cool guy. Colin, however, you might as well be in the SSS, boy. You chasing that butterfly saved our life, my guy. So you gonna go right there. Welcome to the SSS, baby. Okay. Anywho, this is my dude. It is the homie, the puppet master, the Meister. Where do I want to put you? Is the real question. I mean, he didn't do a whole bunch, but he's definitely above all of these D-list villains and Harold's wife. I do, out of instinct, no, out of generosity, I definitely want to put him above you. And you, I think I will stop here. I'll put him above you. You two old heads stick together. My boy Michelle. Once again, he was just kind of a friendly face that we had around. He actually got a sprite in the second game. Didn't get a sprite in the first game, I believe. I could be wrong. I don't quite remember. I'm gonna keep him with my little information trio over here. Oh my gosh. You two. I love them. Here's the thing. Kevin didn't do a lot in this game up until, like, the very end. But when we needed him, we never even really got to play as Kevin. But we played a little bit as Reese. She was in our party, at least. I love these two a lot. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. In my heart, I can't put them below B. Or I can't put them below A. I think I'm just gonna stick them there. They are definitely at the bottom of this A tier, but they are above everybody else. I love them, and Reese is a little bit higher than Kevin. At least in this game. I loved Kevin in Trails in the Sky, the third chapter. I love Reese too. I think I put them together in like the top of S tier. But in this game, it's definitely Reese. She was a joy to kind of like check in on. Just have a familiar face here in Crossbell during Azure. It was nice, very nice. Mr. Orlando and Shirley. Scarlet Ogre and Shirley. I don't remember your first name and Shirley. I just remember like Sigmund. Okay, great. I was thinking to myself, like, he's Uncle, he's Mr. Orlando, he's a Scarlet Ogre. I remembered all of his names except for his first name. It is Sigmund. So I think I honestly probably would have put him here. However, after, like, his talk with Randy at the very end during the place in the Azure tree, I kind of like him. Yeah, I kind of like him. I think he's gonna go up here. I think he goes below my information team, but I think he's alright. His fights weren't, but I think he's alright. You. I don't like you. You know what you did. And for what reason? Just to fight her? Get down here, Shirley. What you talking about? I like Vold more than you. I do not. We're here. The Professor. Professor Ravardis. I don't like him either. He goes down here. He's my least favorite of the Ouroboroses. He's down there. He's at the very bottom. I hate how he looks, and I just hate him in general. My boy the Fool, Campanella, Campy. I like Campy in general. His fight was interesting, but I think we also kind of cheesed it a little bit. So I'm gonna go here-ish. I like him more than a Scarlet Ogre. Well, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I like him more than you or you either, but I do like him more than you. At least at this point in time, when you become an actual, like, antagonist for us, like, for real, and not like a, hey, I'm an antagonist, but I'll also work with you, you two might switch, but for right now, Campy's right there. Cecile, you're going into S tier, I don't know where. Like her more than my boy the Bear, like her, you might go right there. I like Cecile though. She's definitely S tier. We love her. Hopefully she can finally move on. Oh, well, we might as well just put them together. In fact, he should probably be up here. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. This tier is literally his legacy. But I'm gonna keep him down here because, you know, it is what it is. I love Guy. I talk for a little bit about Guy in the comments section. Or rather, me reading through the comments from the finale episode. That's at the end of this video. If you left a comment, I would go there. You know, I read through it. If you didn't, I just give some of my insights based on some of the comments that I saw. So I think it's still a worthwhile, like, listen to if you're doing your your grocery shopping or you're cleaning your house or something. I'll be in your ear saying many things. Yoshim Gunther. Broadly, I should put him in C, but he was a fisherman, so I'm gonna put him in B. He respected the fish. Chloe, you didn't really do anything in this game. You didn't. I should just put you in B. Dude, so here's the thing. I feel like if I'm rating these 4 characters, I feel like I just need to, like, create a tier here that's like, hello again. You didn't do much, but good to see you again. So all 4 of them go up here. They didn't really do much at all. That being said, you are, I think you are actually probably, ooh. You two are probably about the same. You two are higher because at least you have like a whole quest about you. Little side quest. He got thwacked by the girly in the in the not the pawn shop. What is the name of that place? Whatever. Goliath Osborne and Mr. Rockwell Rocksmith. Whatever. Goliath, I'm going to put you high. Maybe not. I'm gonna put you low for right now. I think by the end of, or even, yeah, by the end of, like, Cold Steel, when we get to Cold Steel rankings, I feel like he's gonna be in S tier. I feel like he's just diabolical. But from what we got with him this time, it just kind of built on what we already experienced in the 3rd, I think Olivier's door. Was it Olivier's door, or was it, it must have been Olivier's door. I wasn't sure if it was Olivier's door or if it was Chloe's door. It might have been a combination of those two. It could have been. but I think it was Olivier's door, and he was certainly there. This game really built a little bit on that, so it was good to see him again. Next game, I assume we'll be seeing or hearing a lot of him. I'm gonna put them in a similar location. You're gonna be below though, and I feel like they should probably both be below a couple of these guys, just because they didn't have like a great. They're probably actually below all of these guys. They didn't have a very strong like real presence in this game outside of the trade conference. There they were front and center. They showed off, you know, what they did there. It was something, and it led to the bid for independence. So you know, I gotta admit, those two crafty son of a guns, and both exhibiting like two very different ways to kind of like exude their power. And I loved the difference between them. He was very manipulative and like kind of didn't use us as pawns, but like said, hey, here you are, and here's some medals or whatever. He sat down, stared us in the eye, and said, how long do you think Crossbow will last? My boy is just gonna go in S tier just because I love him. Well, I guess he should probably go here. He'll go on the top of this. In fairness, he should be there. But I want to put him here. I'm gonna put him there. Maribel, and we talked about, you guys talked about this in your comments. I kind of agree with you in general. I think at this point in the game, this point in the series, I do think she's still above. I actually think Vald's, yeah, no, I'm gonna put her higher than, first of all, Vald I think should be higher here. Maribel, I don't think Maribel goes above Goliath Osborne, and even in this game where she is one of the big bads. I think she goes down here at the bottom of B. I think that's where we are right now. I'm sorry, is he on here twice? He is. Oh, interesting. We'll put him right next to himself. Open-eyed Shizuku. Zuzu can go into, she can be by her dad. She's very worried about him. She, honestly, no, it feels bad not putting her in S. She's above him. She's above Dead Brother. She's above her. I don't think she's above Bales, though. I don't know if this is right either. I think I might feel more comfortable about that. I'm okay with that. And lastly, Arian Rod. She's my favorite of the enforcers right now. There's our first one. There's our second one. I think she actually will sneak into A. I can't put her in S, but I am very curious about her, and I hope we learn a little more about her in Cold Steel. That is where I think I'm gonna sit. Let's go through our rankings very quickly, and let's talk about it. The SSS, I feel fine with how they're rated. Colin, welcome to the SSS. You are an official member because you chasing a butterfly saved our lives. My S tier, is there anything that I would move around here? I don't believe so. I think we are fine as is. Dieter, Grace, Risha, etc., 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 Ilya, da-da-da-da. I think I'm okay with this list. I think I'm okay with S. I'm okay with S. A, I feel like A might need some moving around here. My thing is, like, I have to remember I'm ranking them for this game. Like, these are my... Estelle and Joshua are like my all-timers, you know what I mean? I love them. Ren would just go along with them wherever they go, so I think they are just going to stay in A. They were very plot relevant in 0, but not so much in Azure, you know what I mean? But they did have a really touching scene at the end of Azure. I don't know if we're ever going to see them again, but I kind of hope that we do. I do kind of hope that we do, but if there's like a whole civil war and they are back in, I don't know, we'll see. We will see. Ren, that's someplace that she kind of considers maybe home-ish, I don't know. That being said, I actually don't know if I'm moving around most of anybody here. I was gonna say I could see Dudley going higher, but that's a strong top 3 right there. Abyss is I think right where he needs to be. I'm kind of okay with, Harold could probably go down. I don't know much about her. But I do know much about these three, and I think I'm gonna keep them there. Hello, you didn't do much, but good to see you again. Great. I think that's fine. I think that is it. I'm good with them. B and C, I feel like I need to, like, buckle down and just put some people in C. So where do I think is I actually consider you B? Do I consider you B? Not for this game yet. I think overall, in terms of a presence, you are probably an S. But for this game in general, right now, we saw you for, like the bottom end of a chapter. You know what I mean? Yoshim Gunther. He was basically the whole first game. I think he actually might be where I cut to B, because I think I would also put Grim in B, just because we did interact with Grim a whole bunch. I think this is it. I think this is our tier list. This is where I'm going to call it. This is and it took us 31 minutes. And I think this extended version of this song is 35 minutes. So I will end this and I will read your comments as I've already read them. But I digress. I don't know if I said this at the start of this episode or if I said it during the comments. This has been one of my favorite series on the channel. And I really can't wait to play Cold Steel. I'm very excited for that. Stick around for the ride. And stick around for me talking about the comments. Or take off. Whatever you want to do. Toodaloo Flight Crew, here's me reading your comments. And I do really want to go through the comments of the... I've went ahead and liked all of them. But I read them, but I want to go through the comments of this past finale. Because man, what a series, dude. What a series, and it's nice knowing you guys very much enjoyed the playthrough as well. Sharmila, who said we made it to part 10 out of 10 of the final chapter of Azure. Me saying I really like the villains of this game. Really love Yoshim Gunther, who kidnapped... Okay. I meant the villains of, you know, this last game of Azure. He wasn't really a villain of Azure, you know what I mean? He was a villain of Zero. And if you're wondering how Kia did it, and a couple of people have kind of mentioned this, it's a literal butterfly effect. Man, I think that's something I maybe could have caught on, because homeboy, Colin was chasing a butterfly. Literal butterfly effect. Crazy work. And that is actually how we do the Ren stuff. We become better friends with with Estelle and Joshua. That butterfly really man dude, crazy work. Anywho, as we continue, I may seem mad at Grimwood for being a Y villain. I'm more furious at Maribel. Takes first place for being the worst villain in Trails. I don't know about worst villain in Trails. Well, worst as in, I hate her. Respectfully, yes. I understand her motivations. I think she's generally okayly written. I don't think she's the best villain in this game. That I will give her. She is not the best villain in this game, but I also don't know what her role in the future games will play, now that she has taken up a seat at Ouroboros, you know what I mean? The reason why Guy said something about Noelle is because she had the final bonding event with her. Heard. Understood. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I don't think I will play Trails for a second time. Everyone who played Trails of Cold Steel 2 to see a very important New Game Plus scene. Interesting. I don't know what that means, but it is what it is. Thanks for the great video, says Richard. Thank you. And also Richard leaves a lot of, like, general, like, hey, these are things that happen in this game that you may want to have on the Cork board for next time, which is nice. Very nice. I mean, most of it's kind of just like stuff that I would remember. Trails to, I'm sorry, Sky to Azure, they keep mentioning a past Civil War, the War of Lions, right? I assume we'll learn more about that. The trade conference, the girl who was there. It's a lot of stuff that's just like, and it's more things that I know, but there's like more specific like dialogue in there, like names that I might not remember. Like the female student, I remember, we didn't know her name, but she mentioned Class 7, Angie, and Crow, and I was like, that did happen. So I really do appreciate this comment, and we probably will we will have a cork board. I don't know what the logistics would be like for me having a real cork board, because I've looked at a couple, and I might get one that I can like wheel around, and I would have it behind this camera, and I would just do the, because I have all, like the camera, like I have my microphone on one of these stands, this camera is also on a stand, so I could just like rotate it 180 degrees, but I think I would need like a different microphone, because I couldn't just like walk around with this one. I'd have like a corkboard microphone. I don't think that's gonna happen in the next game. It may happen during Cold Steel. It's something I'm kind of playing around with, looking into. I have a printer, and it's weird because like a lot of people don't have printers these days. We will continue though. It's finally time for the best, this is it, Jessica's comment, the end of the Best Trails arc, and my second favorite game in the series. I did love, I'm gonna stop, because I'm gonna be gushing about the game anyway during a lot of what's going on here. The Irminsul tree is just from Genshin as a copy paste of the Azure tree, Lamau/J. I think you're half joking, actually. Yep, Kia created a completely new timeline where the SSS survives Demon Yoshim in the depths of the Sun Fort, and about Kia not knowing the SSS in the original timeline, remember how we found her? We were only able to infiltrate the auction because Ren gave us the invitation. Oh my gosh, you're right! It is only because we grew closer to Ren and them that we were able to even go to the auction. That's crazy. Wow. Highly likely that marry a bitch which is great. Took custody of Kia in the original timeline. I do think that she befriended the SSS afterwards, though. I mean, Ellie is Belle's best friend. Kia's message for Lloyd specifically to find her was because she felt a greater connection to him in the first timeline and wanted to adopt her in the new timeline. Kia chose for Lloyd to be her father and the SSS to be her family. Very nice. If you remember from Sky the Third, a replica Primal Ground exists between Grand Soul Cathedral and... Right! Oh, yeah! Based on the original, located beneath Arteria Cathedral. According to the Testaments, this original Primal Ground is a location from which Eidos created the Zumorian continent. Oh. Oh, dude, hold on. I need to internalize that. I'll probably read through that again, to be honest, after this this tier list. I would have had Grim fight the SSS expecting to lose. It'd make it a stupidly easy fight with Grim only having a single S-craft and a single craft and no S-craft. Basically, I want them to have to take him out due to his guilt. Lloyd to remind him of Pete back home. Yeah, there was no mention of Pete this time, to be honest. And then Bell would actually kill Grim when he decided to keep living. None of this. See, Bell isn't actually an irredeemable POS. She didn't really kill him. Lady trying to speedrun my babies. Yeah. She did try and speedrun Kia's existence. The SSS did kind of just let her off the hook. I don't... Okay. I don't think they exactly let her off the hook. I think they very much do still consider her an enemy unless things change in the future games. I doubt it. I think it was more so they had not better things to do, more important things to do. Because that place was about to go down. You know what I mean? Belle essentially weaseled her way into saying, hey, he's not dead, you might want to get him. Also, this place is about to go down, which means, hey, you don't have time to fight me. Also, I'm leaving, peace. Son of a gun. Based on the master art cards for Space and Mirage, we believe that they represent the Septarions. So, that glass, I'm actually put this at the end of the episode, because I want to spend a little time on these comments, and I know there are going to be some people, and generally it happens for these tier list episodes, that show up for these tier list episodes to just actually look at what I rank them. So I'm going to put the comments at the end. I'm making that decision for me in editing. Anywho. That green hourglass energy spiral thing was something to do with the Septarion of Wind. Interesting. Oh, that's fascinating. The Master Arts cards for interesting. Okay. Okay. 16 going on Severing, defeat 16 enemies in a single battle. Oh. That's all. And they had great, great things, great achievement names in this game, for real, for real. Having a technical bonus of 6.6 is absolutely insane. That's your experience multiplier for the fight based on everything your team does during said fight. Did I get a 6.6? Did I go crazy? The Azure Demiurgus is one of the most annoyingly difficult boss fights in all of Trails. I can only think of one other final boss who comes even close to this level of BS. Let me tell you, I love me some burst orbs. But also, yeah, that was a whole lot of BS. It was like, oh yeah, I guess all of my general strategies no longer really work. Except for like, hey, maybe she actually will just target this one person, but you know, it is what it is. Here's what Guy says about your other final bonding event partners. Thank you. You know, I like to know these things. Guy would have said, Ellie is a real catch, and says, Ellie, right? Sweet, pretty, and smart? That girl's way out of your league. And prim and proper type, she's surprisingly open-minded and driven. He calls Tio a special little lady in Lloyd's life, and says, I can't believe you went and stole my old pal Tio's heart. You scoundrel, you. Lloyd tries to defend himself, but Guy says, hey, whatever you say, I'm just glad she has something to smile about these days. But don't keep her waiting forever, you hear me? Wouldn't want to catch like her to be the one that got away. Weird. But okay. He calls Risha a real bombshell of a girl and says he must have rubbed off on Lloyd, lol. Risha, right? She's got a pretty sordid backstory, but she seems sweet, like a sweet, brave girl rather than a way to go. Way too good for you, crazy. Randy and Wazzy's bonds are treated platonically. For Randy, rather, Guy says there's nothing wrong, rather, with hanging out with your best bud until you find someone special. Oh, I like that, actually. From what I can tell, he can be a bit of a dope, but he seems like a good guy to have around, rather, when the going gets tough. Besides, someone's got to be there to pull that stick out of your ass from time to time. Dude, I'm so glad that, like, we had Guy in that little moment. I like, this entire time, I was like, we've kind of known Guy. Heard all these stories, so it was very fitting that we did at least get to see him as the player. Let me continue though. Let me see. Wazzy, Guy thinks that Lloyd is trying to pick up tips and tricks from the smooth playboy. He's a mysterious son of a gun, someone you can trust all the time. Plus, those bad guy charms really balance out how much of a tight ass you can be. Maybe fate brought you two together for some reason. Shirley is way too immature to be an Angus. She probably enjoyed being an enforcer though. Fair enough. We had to choose between Crossbow's freedom or Kia's freedom. Because of our choice, Crossbow became an Erebonian territory, but we left with a hopeful future 2 years from now in the December of 2020, that 1206 or early 1207. Crossbow will truly finally be free once and for all, but for now, let's go back to the beginning of 1204 and experience what tumultuous year in Erebonia. Let us march forward relentlessly. I'm looking forward to it. Because we get to experience the Civil War that they're experiencing. Everything that we've heard, we're about to see in Erebonia, which is so cool. I'm actually so pumped. Chaos Eater, who says, the world of Einsoft means, I believe, something to the extent of the world of the end. I'm not sure why Ein, but Soft should be end in Hebrew and its siblings. Actually, Ein does mean one in German. I considered to before, rather, but I didn't know why. Why would be end? Why would one end? But maybe it translates to, translates to the world of one's end. Oh, that's interesting. And you know what? That makes a lot of sense for Kia specifically, since that is where we were. I really enjoyed your series, episodically through Zero. You're a great personality. Thank you. Definitely one of my favorite of all Crossbell Arc playthroughs on this website. Thank you. I did have a lot of fun with Crossbell. Crossbell, it's one of those series that like sits now special for me. There's a couple series like that. Fate's special for me. Crossbow, I think, is up there in that little set of games that we played through. Fire Emblem Fates is I think it's still probably number 1, but Crossbow is probably number 2 or 3 or something in there. Because I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed Court for a time, for real. Gakoma also saying, Colin chasing that butterfly changed everything, almost like some sort of butterfly effect. I'm not really kicking myself for not making that connection, but I think if I thought more about it, that is just really, really weird that a butterfly would go from there all the way to that one point. I doubt there's gonna be anything. No, let me not say that. I'm just gonna keep my eyes and ears peeled like, huh, is it weird that X, Y, and Z happen? I think if I made that connection, I kind of already assumed that it was either a whole nother timeline or some sort of, something was going on there, she was changing history, whatever. But that butterfly, I like that a lot. Narratively, I like that a whole lot. Estelle at the end of Zero says, found you and hugs Rin. Lloyd to Kia at the end of Zero, I'm sorry, of Azure rather. There you are. Those are my Trails parents, man. Wonder if we'll have another set coming through, Cold Steel. Anywho. Keppa, our last comment, amazing playthrough, thanks for sharing your experience. Trails is definitely a franchise that expects you to go over every single detail to get the most out of the story, and you definitely took that approach, which was great to see. Had a lot of fun with this one, gonna be a long comment, sorry for that. It's the last episode. I'm all for the long comments on this one. Usually I don't go through the comments for the last episode outside of like commenting on them, but I knew I was gonna do the tier list, so I was like, I would like to go through them, because I think the comments were a strong source of enjoyment for the series for me as well. But I think Azure's finale deserves it. And congrats on calling the Kia timeline shenanigans. That's a twist most people don't get. It felt correct. It was either Dream or she's changing either timelines or time and space. Causality, they went to changing causality, you know what I mean? It is what it is. It was just, I hated it. That the game didn't start the way that it did, I was like, what the heck is going on? We finally find out about this whole thing. Changing reality to fix everything, what was wrong with it. I guess it makes sense that they never let Dider on this part of the plan. He definitely felt like more of a grounded guy, and I really don't know if he would have been okay with this. At this point, my main criticism of the game was it seemed like the SSS's main objection to the villain's plan was we want Kia back instead of tackling too deeply the interesting moral dilemmas about how to protect Crossbow and the plot that the plot brings up. I was so glad that Lloyd had profound and well-articulated arguments against this perfect world, apart from just protecting Kia. That's fair. But, admittedly, I don't necessarily hate that as a part of the plot, because I do think it still feeds into the they only love you because you made them love you. I think it feeds into that little plot point to the point where Kia essentially kind of gets rid of herself, you know what I mean? I think that does feed more so into that. And I think having maybe only Lloyd have those profound, like, articulated moments is good, because it draws the line of there is, like, not just Kia, you know, doing her thing and making us all like her, you know what I mean? Her powers of Septarion, etc., etc. So I think I like better that it was just Lloyd, and everyone else was like, no, we gotta save Kia, just for that plot point of that's kind of what drives Kia, not mad, but you know what I mean. The ending is just a stroke of genius. Some see it as a setup for the future, even if this game had no follow-up. I think it's a masterpiece. I think so. If it ended there, it would have been like a kind of a melancholy ending, but it would have been like the true. It would have been a true kind of ending. But they also had like, hey, they're running through the sidelines, the underground, the geofront, etc., etc. I think it could have been like, oh, it spawns a lot of like, what could have happened? Anywho. Let me see. I find the SSS to be among the most admirable protagonists I've ever seen. They knew that making this choice had meant to deal with Erebonia invasion, potential war with Calvard, and they still chose to, oh my gosh, if we become Erebonian territory, we will likely have to war with Calvard, potentially. Goodness gracious. Let's hope their efforts weren't for nothing, and even if they were, I still think they made the right choice. Agreed. My main criticism, the main criticism you'll see about this game is about Maribel and Grimwood. While I share some of it, I don't really care that much. While I can understand the problem people have with Grimwood, and he ends up being a relatively small part of the game, that I don't get why people says it ruins everything. No, I don't. I definitely don't agree with that. While Maribel isn't the most captivating bad guy, I always enjoy a trope of a villain with purely selfish goals, manipulating others, more idealistic antagonists, and working with her and betraying them at the last minute. I mean, my jaw was dropped when she just stabbed the whole man. So I am a little disappointed that we didn't get to like have some sort of battle with Grimwood, but he's just a lawyer. You know what I mean? I do wish that maybe we heard him. I guess he briefly kind of talked about like his family and that it was the same like crash that like did X, Y, and Z with Lloyd's parents, but like at the end of the day, but he was wrapped with guilt. I don't know. I kind of like all of it. I feel like you can see how far this plan drove Mr. Grimwood. You could see his ideals, but you could also see that he was guilty. He felt guilt this entire time. I think I might be with Jessica on this one. I think I kind of do wish Maribel would have killed him for real, for real. I would have felt terrible for a homeboy who was in his office, whose name escapes me, even though I read it like 10 minutes ago. But it is what it is. I also don't know why, but in Trails I hear a lot of people dislike evil bad guys just because they're evil. It's something I don't understand. Like, that's the whole point. It'd be really boring if the bad guy was just some misjudged dude with a sad backstory every time. That's fair. We actually need some horrible people to spice it up. It's maybe more realistic that way. So when I hear someone says, yeah, I dislike that character because they were a bad person and did bad things to the characters I like, you do realize that's a story. Fair. Obviously not just talking about Maribel since she's kind of boring, but true for some of the other ones. Yeah, I wish she maybe explained more of a connection to her, like, her dynasty, her family heritage. And while she was down with it and she wanted to create the Septarion, it feels like it was just a connection to say like, ooh, master plan, and I can be the one who does it. Yippity skippity. The biggest mystery that we haven't solved is what's Ouroboros' deal here? What did they accomplish? I feel like everything is still going to their plan. I think the end game was still Erebonia gets Crossbell. We are still smack dab in the middle of this plan. Oh my gosh. After Sky, you could assume that their objective, at least the Grandmasters, is to retrieve the Septarions, but they never really tried to take Kia. It's because she's an artificial Septarion and not the original, but do you think... Do you think part of what's going on here wasn't that Kia was supposed to really truly be this new Septarion? They weren't supposed to like make a Septarion, they were really trying to bring their Septarion back. I wonder if that's the case. Like, I wonder if somewhere in like Erebonia something else is happening and we've like brought back that Septarion. I'm curious. I don't know, I'm just spitballing, and this is early spitballing. But in that case, why did they help? They said that their plan now shifts to the Empire, so what were their original goals in Crossbell? They did take the, things, the big archaisms, what did they call them? What are the big archaisms called? They're not Titans, it's gone. I'll remember it later. Let me see, this whole Crossbell incident was a spark that started the Airborne Civil War, so was that their objective? Was this whole thing some sort of test for Maribel to see if she could earn an Angus position? Fair enough. Or was it a case of Ouroboros, you help me, in exchange for this, I'll agree to join your group? also may be true. I wonder if she expected her plan to fail. Unsure. And I'll finally just say that I'm excited for Cold Steel. Cold Steel 1 is one of my favorite games in the series. It's really close with Azure, and others. I feel like it has been the best world building. I feel like it has by far the best world building and intrigue. You're gonna have a blast in the Empire, so many moving pieces, big players in the Zamorian chessboard, interesting characters with clashing worldviews, and just a lot of charm all around. The Conspiracy board is gonna have a great time next playthrough, LOL. I'm excited. And that will start next week, and I'm going to end the episode now because it's gonna be weird because this is already done. Hey, who I put in the S tier? How many tiers do I have by the end of this thing? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking off. Toodaloo Flight Crew. I'm ending the episode now to start actually doing the episode later. Thank you for the comments. We'll be back next week for Trails. Two Cold Steel? What'd they call this? We'll be back next week with Cold Steel 1. And likely a whole brand new board, which I'll probably move a couple of things onto the board. We'll probably start that episode with a little bit of board play, to be honest. Toodaloo Flight Crew, thank you for watching.